State Representative Russ Diamond, and I'm here visiting today with Susan Eberly, who is the President and CEO of the Lebanon Valley Economic Development Corporation. Susan, thank you so much for having us today. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Economic Development Corporation, how it got its start, and what the purposes were?
Well, actually, in 1957, it started as the Lebanon County Industrial Development Authority. And back in 1957, moving all the way up to 1990, the main purpose was to give financing, low-interest state grants and loans, mostly loans through the state. And then in 1990, they decided that, the mission was a little bit more expanded, what they were doing, so they thought it might be better to get the economic development name in there, thus changing it to the Lebanon Valley Economic Development Corporation.
So what exactly does the Economic Development Corporation do here in Lebanon County?
We do a variety of different things. One of them is we're the area loan organization, so we're a conduit for all the state financing programs. So we can give low interest financing, and we've been doing that a lot to the agriculture industry and some manufacturers as well. And then we're a conduit for many resources, and we're also business retention, expansion, and recruitment. That's one of the main priorities. And that's kind of what got us into the Lebanon Valley Business Park. It's a little bit before my time, but in 1990, Alcoa had all this residual land, over 300 some acres, and there wasn't many business parks in the area. So Gale Corporation, they were in Jackson Township in Myerstown, and they were looking for a site. Well, they didn't really think that Lebanon County was on their radar. Their first two choices were Tennessee and North Carolina. And then the state stepped up to the plate and gave some money towards infrastructure and the development of this park. So it was really some well thought out plans with some individuals that thought this would be great to start this park. And thus in about 1991, Gale built their 170,000 square foot facility. And then from then on, the park kind of materialized. At one point, it stopped at the crossroads, and there was maybe 6 companies. And then Schott Pharmaceutical, back in like 2003, they decided they were looking for a place to locate their building as well, their company. And that opened phase 2 of the park, which extends out Lebanon Valley Parkway.
Okay, so you've been talking about the Lebanon Valley Business Park, which is here in South Lebanon Township, near the old Alcoa property. There's another business park that the LVEDC is involved in, and where is that?
That is the Lebanon Rails Business Park off of 25th Street.
Okay.
In North Lebanon
Township. North Lebanon Township. And what are the businesses that are located up there? Is that where Valspar and who else is there?
Always Bagels,
okay.
Lebanon Valley Cold Storage, and Vision Corp.
Okay. And I saw some construction is going on there right now. Who is that for?
In the Lebanon, that's for Rails to Trails.
That's for the Rails to Trails up there.
We donated 5 acres of land to the Lebanon Rails to Trails.
Well, that's fantastic to know that you folks are involved with that part of our community as well. So tell me, you bring a company in and you entice them to come here. First of all, tell me about that process, about going out and recruiting companies to locate in one of the business parks here.
Yeah, that can be a challenge, but it's a fun opportunity, a good opportunity for the county. I work closely a lot of times with the governor's action team.
Okay.
They'll bring the leads in and they'll say, hey, I'm looking for 25 acres or I'm looking for an existing building. We keep a database here. So we'll pull out the sites that would work for them, and then the process starts. So if you make it on their short list, the first top 3 to 5 locations, then you'll bring the company to the table, and you'll bring representatives from the counties, your utilities, county planning, a host of other people to the table, workforce development, and then try to sell your county as the place to be.
That's what I was going to ask about, is the workforce development part of that, because I think the great selling point for bringing companies to Lebanon County is the fact that the folks that live in Lebanon County they have a specific work ethic that is superior to other areas of the Commonwealth.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how many people in these two business parks, how many people are employed?
We have almost 1,000 in the Lebanon Valley Business Park and about 400 in Lebanon Rails Business Park.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and they range from small businesses to larger businesses. I know that Laser Fab, we've talked with those folks over there. I think they have 22 employees, something like that. And then Shot Pharmaceutical has 210 employees. So it's fantastic that you can fit something here at the business park for a small company or a large company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and is there anything new on the horizon that you're allowed to tell us about coming to Lebanon County, or maybe coming to Lebanon County?
I'm actually working with two companies right now, and they're looking at the Lebanon Valley Business Park. I cannot disclose who they are,
of
you
course.
know, but if they come, it's going to be. They're nice jobs.
Okay.
It'll be about 400, 500 new jobs.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it's manufacturing.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like folks to know about the Lebanon Valley Economic Development Corporation that we have not covered, and what the average person needs to know about what you do here?
I think a lot of people, like this park, you'll drive by it on State Drive, but it's like a hidden gem.
Right.
You know, people aren't aware that it's back there. And if they drive back in, they can see how many opportunities there are for employment.
Right.
Or if they're a small business where maybe they could possibly expand, you know, their company. So one thing, I think, if we can just continue to get the word out that the economic development is so full of resources, we can help employees, employers, and make our community a vibrant place to be.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing here. And thanks again for sitting down and visiting with us and talking about the Lebanon Valley Economic Development Corporation.
Thank you, and thank you for coming out
Sure
today.
thing.